Very wild. I guess, how are you feeling about the victory?
Very tired. Just kidding, but yeah, it was a pretty hard fight. Jordan is a stand-up guy, pretty strong, and definitely on the ground he showed me a better level than I thought he was going to be, and definitely I made a mistake when I tried to attack a guillotine, but even my coaches told me to abandon ship, not to try that, but that was my mistake and definitely cost me the round. But when I was on my back and I felt him like muscling out too much, and so I sort of used that to my advantage because I knew I can survive on the bottom and just try to wear him out. And in the second round, in between rounds, actually, my coach told me, head coach Jovan Milicevic told me to start boxing, and that did the charm.
So really, it was an adjustment on the fly. You thought you were going to be able to out-grapple him the whole way, and it was an adjustment that you made in between rounds?
It was just my mistake that I attacked that guillotine. From the beginning, our plan was to box him, because we felt that I will have the upper hand there, But definitely he showed a good level on the ground, being on the top, of course. But yeah, he surprised me there.
I guess how key was it having your coach in your corner, right? You said that was a big moment. So I guess how key was that experience tonight?
Yeah, you've seen it. I mean, just those stuff in between rounds. You could come and tell me the best advice ever, but I just don't have that relationship of trust in between us, and I wouldn't listen. But if he told me to hop, I would hop. I wouldn't ask why, So when he said box, I boxed, and it gave me the victory. So yeah, it feels pretty good to have the whole team together and to come here, get this victory, and hopefully maybe get the bonus, We're definitely looking forward to that.
You mentioned how tired you are. I mean, obviously the pace was insane, but even as you were finishing, he took a lot of damage there, and they let the fight go on. I guess, were you surprised it went on as long as it did, and were you worried, I'm not going to be able to keep punching here?
Yeah, I was definitely surprised how tough he is, because the punches were landing, and, he even smiled at me a couple of times. I was like, fuck, man, what was this guy made of? But yeah, definitely on the ground when I was punching him and he's turning his head and I'm trying not to punch him to the back of the head, and I'm just waiting for the judge to come in. But yeah, it was definitely a tough one. And again, I wish him all the best, man. He's a really tough guy, Jordan, and I'm really glad I got that W, man.
Last thing for me, certainly an impressive result. I guess, what's the plan here? I imagine you probably want a little time off to heal up, maybe? Are you already thinking about when you want to fight again, or is it just leave me alone for a while?
Yeah, I think my nose is busted up, so probably some time to fix that. And yeah, when the UFC calls, we answer. Thank you, guys. See ya.
Got some good questions.
So I think congratulations on a very, very impressive performance. I mean, that's got to be one of the best performances of your career. So how are you feeling after that one?
I'm feeling really good now. All this week I wasn't really thinking about it, who I was fighting, and after I got the win, I was like, damn, I just beat Cub Swansea. So I'm really excited.
I think the question was how he was going to react in a new weight class, right? So what did you think versus your preparation versus what you saw in there? Was anything different than you expected, or how did the fight play out?
I just felt he's always fighting like that and stuff. The only thing was that I felt kind of disrespectful when he had his interview. He didn't say nothing. So I had that all week. I was like, he's looking at me like I'm nobody. So, I had to go in there and make a statement and stuff.
Did you look at his interview and think, hell, I could have been doing that all along, and I'd never have to answer any questions?
Yeah, I know. I didn't know that. Now I know.
Nice. Obviously, the leg kicks are what ended up doing it. I mean, did you plan on that being the most effective tool for you?
Yeah, my leg kicks and then my elbows and knees. You know, I'm try to get my elbows back in there and stuff like that. I've been working with my coach and stuff like that, and I feel like I showed it tonight and stuff.
Yeah, it was a great, well-rounded performance. And once you saw him kind of drop on the first one you threw, did you, at that point, do you change the attack to like, hey, we're going straight for that, or can you let yourself, only look at that one area?
I honestly thought they were gonna stop it first round. I didn't think he was gonna go second. I started like kind of feeling bad, so I had to sit back. I was like, man, I'm gonna fight. I gotta wait until the ref to jump in there.
Nice. It looked like you guys had some conversation, pleasant afterwards. I guess what was shared between you two afterwards in the cage?
No, he just told me that I kick hard and stuff like that. That's pretty much it.
Nice. And then you had a call-out ready, which was great. The call-out for Dominic Cruz. Why is that the matchup that you think makes sense?
He's up there too. We got all these guys up there. You got Dominic Cruz, we got Cody. If Cody wants it, fight him. He's waiting for the other guys. If he's waiting for the other guys, he's pretty much going to be waiting for 4 or 5 years. So, I'm ready if he's ready. So.
Nice. Last thing for me, as you said, you beat a legend tonight. Now you're calling out another legend, and it just seems like you're really hot in the division right now. So do you feel like this was a statement to say that, hey, I am a contender at this point. I'm not a prospect anymore. Like it's time to pay attention to me in this division?
Yeah, I just feel like I've been working. I feel like I'm like in the shadow and stuff, and then like I see everybody like just they're mentioning their names and no one's mentioning my name. Hopefully now just because I beat Cub, they're gonna see something different and take me serious. Yeah.
Hey, Jonathan, you seemed a little bit emotional after that win. What was going on through your head?
I just work so hard. I train every day. I just work so hard. And I just showed up. I just show it. Just put a lot of energy in it with my coaches and stuff like that. I miss home and just stuff like that really.
You fought a legend in Cub. Your guy Chris is fighting a legend in Frankie Edgar. Is it just kind of cool that you guys both this year fought legends?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I can't wait for him to make a statement too. I'm really excited. And I'm glad I had him in my corner. We throw kicks. He throws kicks, so it's just like pretty cool.
Congratulations.
Hello. Sorry.
It happens.
Obligations of being a fighter.
Well, congratulations. Obviously, a phenomenal performance from start to finish. A back-and-forth fight, but how are you feeling up there right now?
Yeah, this is my first time fighting 5 rounds. The training was super hard. The fight was hard too. She's a tough warrior. But I think we did the great job. I did everything I trained for.
Yeah. You seemed fresh enough, like in the later rounds. As your first time in 5 rounds, were the 4th and 5th round more challenging than you expected, or how did you feel in there in those later rounds?
Of course, it was tough, but I knew that I had an advantage in my cardio. I saw her fights, I saw all her fights, and she kind of lowered her intensity in the last round. So I was sure that in the last round was going to be on my favor.
I know you had a lot of respect for her, but did her striking surprise you at all? We know how good your boxing is, but she landed some good shots along the way. Did she surprise you?
Yeah, like I said, I knew that she was training her hands really hard. I knew that. But no, just little bruises, normal. I wish I could go out of the fight, clean, but it's not possible. It's a fight. But no, any punch was surprising.
How about for yourself, your grappling, right? The defensive wrestling was there. You did go to the ground a little bit, defended well from your back. So I guess, how proud are you of the grappling you were able to show tonight?
I'm super proud. She's a Brazilian black belt. She's the toughest opponent I've faced. But as I said also before, I had 2 fights with 2 amazing wrestlers. So at the end of the day, I'm thankful for those words too, because every fight that is hard for you helps you to improve better. And I think this is the moment in my life where I finally matched, the wrestling and the jiu-jitsu. I feel a lot more comfortable in any situation.
It seemed like you had done enough to win, but some of the rounds were really close, right? So were you sure at all, or what did you guys think the score was at the end?
I knew I won this fight. You know, I did a lot of damage. My punches were totally a lot harder, and even that she was on the fence, she was doing nothing. I was hitting her instead. You know, I was on the cage, but I was hitting her. I was throwing knees, elbows on the floor, just a little time. But you know, she did. With all respect, she didn't do too much.
Obviously, you've been busy getting ready for this fight, but we've got another big fight next week in the division, right? Have you given any thought to Caitlin and Manon and how you think that fight might play out?
It's an important fight. I'm definitely waiting to watch that fight. I want to watch that fight.
What's interesting is, does one person winning, is it better for you? Because Caitlin's up at the top, right? But she's had her chance. Meanwhile, Manon's kind of this new name, and she's on a streak. Like, could she jump in front of you if she beats Caitlin? Like, have you thought about that? Like, which result is better for you?
I know. I've always thought about the results because if Manon wins, she will have 5 in a row, which is like higher than me. But if Chookagian wins, she also been winning. She has a win, so it's an important fight. I'm excited to watch it.
I guess last thing for me, we kind of have to wait till next week, I think, to know what's next for you. But do you have an idea of when you would hope to fight again? Do you need some time off, or are you hoping to book something? Like, when do you think we'd see you?
Right now, I just want to go home, put some ice on my forehead. But you know, I will be back in the gym as soon as possible, as always. It's my job, and this is a good opportunity, you know, to be climbing, and I just want to be ready. Thanks.
Hey, Alexa. You said that you have eyes on that fight next week, but do you feel like your win tonight has earned you a title shot?
I don't know. Like I said, I have to wait because this is an important fight too. Like I said before, we're like kind of semifinals, so this is important. I have to wait, but definitely I faced the big challenge first. You know, 25 minutes fighting. I hope I can do it again. I wish I could have another main event with one of the girls, maybe the win, or I don't know, the number 2, or the ones are on the top, like the top. But I would like to test myself again one more time, 25 minutes before that. But if I have to go for the belt, I will do it.
Thanks for sharing that. And then finally, how does it feel to be active again? This is the first time you fought twice since 2019. Just how does it feel to be active?
It feels amazing. This is a purpose that I had. First, be winning, you know, 4 in a row. Then I would like to have 2 fights, you know, every year. I think that the kind of 5 months is a perfect time that you have to recover. I don't want to rush either because sometimes you're not. Right now you feel good, but when you go home, like, oh my God, my shoulder, my knee, So I want to be sure 100% that I'm good to be back on training and have a training camp. So twice a year, I think, fits perfect for me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I know you said you want to get another main event, you know, maybe before the title. When you look back at this week, all the extra media, all the extra press that you had to do, how was this week for you overall?
Well, it was a lot of pressure, of course, you know, being recorded 24 hours. It's difficult at times, but I try to give my best. I try to put my best attitude, you know, just to breathe and, okay, just enjoy it, you know, enjoy this journey because you can be a big motivation for a lot of girls, which is my biggest purpose. And yeah, I think being a co-main event before helped me to handle this better.
And I was going to say, I'm sure you want to be as at loose and at less pressure when a title shot does come up. So would you almost rather your next fight, if it was either a title shot, well, now it's stupid, of course you'll take a title shot, but would you rather, is that what you're going to hopefully call for next, is asking the UFC, please give me another main event instead of trying to rush into a title shot?
I mean, I will do whatever Maynard says, you know, I trust him, he always put good challenges on me, so whatever he said, but of course I would like to have another main event.
Congrats on the victory.
Thanks.